Good day, everyone. Welcome to V-Class TV. This is Teacher Jackie. This week, we will focus on determining textual coherence between story elements. With the story, The Nian Monster. For that, we have the following learning objectives to tackle this week. Welcome to day 1. Today, we are going to begin the third quarter with a great story. But before that, let us recall some important lessons first. What comes to your mind when you hear these terms? Story grammar, flashbacks, making inferences. Let's begin with the story grammar. This is a story skeleton, a framework that holds all the essential elements. It's like a map that guides us through the story, helping us identify the characters, setting, problem, solution, and ending. Flashbacks are the instances within a story where the narrative jumps back in time. They can provide important information about a character's past or explain current events, just like what you are seeing right now. This is an example of a flashback. Stories sometimes do not directly convey all information. Readers must utilize clues and existing knowledge to infer or make educated guesses about the reasons behind events, characters' actions, or feelings. I hope this short review helps you recall what story grammar, flashbacks, and making inferences are. If in case you would like to take note, you can pause this slide. Now, let's do a group activity that will measure your speed in noting details. Please prepare the following materials: manila paper or cartolina, marker, and a timer. This is what you are going to do. Sit with your group, prepare the materials needed for the activity, and in 1 minute, write all the ingredients you can think about the dish assigned to your group. Here are the dishes: chop suey, kalderitang baka, and pansit bihon. For checking purposes, I got here the list of ingredients for each dish. I hope you were able to list down at least 10 of the ingredients. What you just did was to make you realize how quick you are now at taking down notes. Note taking is important because it aids in active learning by keeping you focused, improving your comprehension, and enhancing your memory and recall. It serves as an external storage system for important information, which helps with organization and processing of complex subjects and makes it easier to review and study for later. The process of taking notes also develops critical thinking and communication skills. Welcome to day 2. If you are learning from this video, like and subscribe for more. Kung hei fat choi. That means congratulations and be prosperous. Chinese New Year is a movable holiday in the Philippines that changes dates every year as it follows the lunisolar calendar. The day is observed as a special non-working holiday, which means that most businesses and schools close to allow people to celebrate. In the story that we are about to read, we will find out how fireworks and the Nian Monster became a part of the festival. But before that, I want you to look for the meaning of these words that we use in the story. Identify the part of speech the word belong, like noun, verb, or adjective, and use the word in a sentence. In Chinese mythology, the Nian Monster is a beast believed to emerge annually on the Lunar New Year to terrorize villages by devouring people and livestock. The traditions and symbols of Chinese New Year, such as loud noises, fireworks, and the color red, originated from stories of villagers warding off this creature. The Chinese term for New Year, Go Nian, means pass over Nian or overcome Nian. The zodiac signs that we have are the 12 divisions of the zodiac, a celestial belt that traces the apparent path of the sun across the sky over the course of a year. Each of the 12 signs is associated with a specific date, range, and element and modality and distinct personality traits. Remember story grammar? Here you have the elements of the story such as settings, character, plot, and more. This week we are going to focus on plot elements. For each element, you may ask the following questions. For the setting, where and when did the story happen? Who are the main characters and what are their traits? For the events or the plot, you may ask these questions. What is the main problem or conflict in the story? What are the key events? And how is the conflict resolved? Also for the theme, you may ask, what is the story's message or lesson? As you might have observed from movies, flashbacks are elements of the plot that adds interest to viewers. The same applies to written stories. So you might ask, what is a flashback? A flashback is a literary device where the author interrupts the chronological order of a story to present events that happened in the past. The purpose of flashbacks are to provide background information about characters or events, to explain character motivations or actions, and to create suspense or add depth to the story. Here is what you are going to look for. If you want to find out if it is a flashback or not, you might find these keywords: remembered, thought back to, or flashback to, and time markers like then, before, and years ago. Today, let me discuss 4 types of flashbacks first. One is character flashbacks, that is, focusing on a character's past experiences, thoughts, or emotions. The second one is event flashbacks. This is revisiting a significant event that occurred before the current timeline of the story. Third one is historical flashbacks. This provides historical context or background information relevant to the story. And the last one is dream or vision flashbacks. These show events or thoughts imagined by a character. Welcome to day 3. If you want more of our educational content, follow VClass TV on Facebook and TikTok. Today, we are going to read the story entitled The Nian Monster by Andrea Wang. Please take note of the elements of the story that we reviewed and discussed, as you are going to get back in it later. Now, let's enjoy the story. The Nian Monster by Andrea Wang. Pictures by Alina Chow. Narrated by Teacher Jackie. 3 days before Chinese New Year, Shanghai was alive with color and sound. Xingling and her grandmother hung the last of the decorations.
Popo,
Xingling asked,
why are they all red? There is no blue, no pink, no purple.
Long ago,
Popo said.
the Nian Monster lived in the mountains. His jaws were as wide as caverns. His teeth were sharper than swords, and he was filled with a terrible hunger. Each new year, Nian ate whole villages.
Xingling gasped.
What happened to him?
Every monster has a weakness. Nian had 3 loud sounds, fire, and a color red. Our traditions have kept Nian away ever since.
Popo smiled.
Now I must go buy more noodles. Watch the casserole for me.
In the kitchen, Xingling lifted the lid and stirred the pot. The aroma of pork and cabbage wafted out the window. Tong tong! There on the balcony crouched a horrible beast. His jaws were as wide as caverns. His teeth were sharper than swords.
Ayya!
Xingling cried.
Nian has returned!
I have come to devour this city,
growled Nian. He stretched his wide, wicked jaws and roared. All the buildings in Shanghai shook. Xingling pointed to the city below.
We have red banners, lanterns, gongs, and drums. Why aren't you scared?
Pig!
The monster spat.
That was thousands of years ago. Those old tricks don't frighten me anymore. I am starving.
He licked his lips.
You will make a tasty appetizer.
Wait!
Xingling scanned the kitchen.
Have a bowl of long-life noodles first. If you live longer, you can conquer more cities.
Nian stroked one pointy horn.
You are wise, little one. Noodles first, then you, then the city.
Good. Wait for me in the park.
Nian leaped down to People's Square and paced around the fountain. Xingling ran to the best noodle shop in Shanghai. She asked the head chef to prepare a special dish just for Nian. All day, the chefs mixed and kneaded and pulled. Finally, they pushed the giant bowl in front of Nian. Nian slurped and slurped and slurped.
My stomach is too stuffed to eat more.
He groaned. The chefs had made only one noodle, just one, the longest noodle in China. Nian belched.
I will devour the city tomorrow.
The next day, Nian glared down from the Jinmao Tower and stretched his wide, wicked jaws.
Wait!
Xingling yelled.
Eat fish first, so you will have good fortune all year long.
Nian flicked his forked tail.
You are wise, little one. Fish first, then you, then the city.
Good. Wait for me by the river.
Nian bounded over to the Oriental Pearl Tower and circled the largest globe. Xingling ran to the best fishing fleet in Shanghai. She asked the captain to catch a special kind of fish just for Nian. All day, the fishermen baited and hooked and scaled. Finally, they rowed the fish across the Wangpu River to Nian. Nian gulped and gulped and gulped. The fish bones pricked and poked.
My throat is too sore to eat more.
He croaked. The fisherman had caught only one kind of fish, milkfish, the boniest fish in the sea. Nian coughed.
I will devour the city tomorrow.
In the morning, Nian prowled through Yu Garden and stretched his wide, wicked jaws.
Wait!
Said Xingling.
Tonight is New Year's Eve. You need some rice cake to sweeten your future.
Nian gnashed his jagged teeth.
You are wise, little one. Rice cake first, then you, then the city.
Good. Wait for me at the tea house.
Nian stalked across the zigzag bridge to the Ting tea house. Xingling ran home for the best rice cakes in Shanghai. She asked Popo to make a special rice cake just for Nian. All day, the grandmothers stirred and steamed and fried. Finally, they rolled the enormous rice cake to Nian. Nian chewed and chewed and chewed. The rice cake clung to his rows of sharp teeth. Nian's wide, wicked jaws were stuck fast. The grandmothers had used only glutinous rice flour, the stickiest kind, so sticky it had been used to build the Great Wall. Nian rolled one monstrous yellow eye. He muttered.
Yes,
Xingling said.
You can devour the city tomorrow, but first, fireworks. We must send the old year so we can welcome in the new.
Xingling took Nian to the best place to see fireworks in Shanghai, the Bund. She asked the fireworks master to put on a special show just for Nian. She gave Nian the seat of honor.
Sit here and watch.
8 dancing dragons slid out from the crowd. They dipped and twisted and spun around Nian. At the midnight bell, the dragon dancers stopped and bowed. The fireworks master held a march to the thick fuse.
Goodbye, old year.
Xingling waved
Goodbye, Nian.
Nian thrashed his mane and lashed his tail, but he couldn't stretch those wide wicked jaws to blow out the flame. Plee plah! Nian and the chair blasted into the air. The firework makers had built a spectacular firecracker. So spectacular it was a rocket. Nian's claws tore a hole in the fabric of the sky. Just before he shot through, Nian shouted,
I'll be back next year.
Good.
Xingling said.
You haven't tried my dumplings yet.
Did you enjoy the story? Now it's time for you to do the next activity. Complete the story grammar for the story, The Nian Monster. You may use the guide questions to help you come up with the answers. For the lesson that we have taken up so far, do this 3-2-1 strategy. In this way, your teacher will have an idea if you still have questions about the lesson. Welcome to day 4. If you are interested in the PowerPoint presentation used in this video lesson, join our growing channel now. And yes, it's time for your weekly test. Write true if the statement is true and false if otherwise. Let's continue with this one. That's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed our lessons. For inquiries, you may find us on Facebook and chat with us. Once again, this has been Teacher Jackie saying, discover, learn, have fun only at V-Class TV. Until next time, goodbye.